I beat every single round 100 boss fight on all current Black Ops 6 zombie maps. This challenge was nothing short of difficult and time consuming. Going into this, there were 0 rules, but after some time, I decided to create one rule. I decided to create that rule to make the challenge even harder and make the stakes even higher when I'm actually doing it. And that one rule is I can't use any gobblegums, no matter the rarity. 0. The first map I did was Terminus, and to be honest, I had no clue how to do this Easter egg. So what I did was I looked up a video and I went into directed mode, so I just wanted to make sure I knew what I was doing. On top of me not knowing how to do the Easter egg, this is the only map out of the 4 that I've yet to hit round 100 on. Without a doubt, Terminus is easily my least played map out of every single Black Ops 6 zombie map. Let me know in the comments what your favorite map is. This map has a very unique high round strategy. It's a definition of micromanaging, but whoever found this is pretty damn intelligent, I'm not gonna lie to you. My thought process initially when going into this challenge was that the round 100 boss fight is going to be a lot harder than the actual round 100 strategy itself. I mean, just think about it. I have a big ass boss I need to focus on, and I have Mike Tyson and Usain Bolt juiced up zombies on a brick of cocaine. I'm gonna get my ass whooped. It's gonna be like that one clip, fight back nigga, fight back nigga. That's exactly gonna be me. Without a doubt, Terminus is gonna take the longest when it comes to the Easter egg, without a doubt. There's so much random shit you have to do, and you have this big ass map that doesn't make it any better. Just in case you didn't know this fact, Terminus is the biggest zombies map of all time. Yep, every single COD, it's bigger than Transit, it's bigger than every other map. Step 1 of this Easter egg, step 1 of the entire video, I need to build a DR11 beam smasher. Even though I just completed this Easter egg in directed mode, I still had no clue where the third computer was. I just couldn't find it. After mindlessly searching for 5 minutes, I finally found this lame ass computer after looking up a video, and it's right by spawn. After getting the multi-phasic injector and spending money on the codes, it was time for me to start building the actual wonder weapon. Now that I have the DR11 Beam Smasher done, I can finally start doing the actual Easter egg. Technically, I can get the Beam Smasher earlier if I spin the box, but A, I can't use Gobblegums, and B, it's gonna take too long, and C, I'm punching a hole through my monitor if I get 4 ring guns in a row. After I get the Beam Smasher, I have to turn on these traps and shoot them, and thankfully, the card fell out on my first trap. Because sitting here for 3 or whatever traps, fuck all that. For the next steps, I have to save quote-unquote Diddy's creation out of this capsule. Looking back at this, I was not prepared whatsoever, but I mean, this boss fight is not that bad, but I'm fighting this thing with a Pop-Tart, a Ritz cracker, a powdered donut, and a glazed donut. If you think about it, I really am fighting him with nothing. I literally don't even have armor. The worst part is, out of all the things I could have brought into this boss fight, I could have at least brought ammo. I don't even have ammo. But it's fine though, because Nathan is not that hard to kill. Make sure there's no zombies behind you. You have armor, ammo, which I don't have 2 of those things, but I'll still be fine. Yeah, ammo's starting to get really bad. He's barely at 1/10 of his HP down, and I'm at 180 shots. But it's fine because the meta is you want to keep killing zombies and they drop ammo crates. Thankfully, those ammo crates give 60 shots, which is really nice. A minute or 2 later, I finally killed Nathan. It's not that bad. It's just running around, turning around, shooting him. Not that bad. There's an Easter egg step where you have to go under this boat to do some lockdown sequence. Right here is where I'm going to be doing the round 100 strat. This round 100 strat is going to go by really fast. The Easter egg takes forever, but the strategy is going to be quick, thankfully. I'm not going to go into full detail about the strategy, but all you need to know is I'm going to sit in this room and use this little beam smasher, a kind of smart technique to kill zombies. 15 minutes later, the Easter egg is finally complete. I just want to get it done and go to sleep because it was really late at this time, and let me tell you something, I messed up really bad. If you're ever in this position where you want to do something and save and quit and play the next day, play 1 round. Please play 1 round. When I woke up the next day and hopped on Terminus, I was pissed to find out I had to do all of this all over again, and I was set 15 minutes back. On round 27, I was finally ready to start doing the actual high round strategy. The only augment you need is Dead Again for Deadshot. This augment makes it so every time you get a headshot, there's a chance of a bullet getting added to your magazine. You'll see why we need that. For this strategy, you need to make sure your beam smasher is low, and basically when you use this ability and you run out of ammo, it creates an explosion that refills your gun. Now do you get what I'm saying? When your gun runs out of ammo, you pull out the Semtex to cancel the reload. Hold L2 till it runs out of ammo. When it runs out of ammo, let the explosion trigger, pull out the Semtex, reload, cancel, repeat. Thankfully, everything in here spawns really quick, so it makes the strategy even better and faster. Also, when you're holding your Semtex, that's the window for your gun to reload. So when you hold out your Semtex, you will always notice my beam smasher gets ammo. If you mess up and you're forced to reload your gun, throw a decoy or pop ether shroud and get your gun down to single digit bullets again and repeat. For the most part, round 100 was really smooth. I didn't go down once. Occasionally, stupid things would just happen. I don't know why. On round 77, my boat just disappeared. Gone. When you're using your immune injector, make sure you please do not fall in the water like I did right here. Do not fall in the water. Ladies and gentlemen, Round 100, let's get it. I had one set mindset going into this boss. The zombies are going to be more annoying than the boss. Think about it. You're normally doing this on round 30, 40, whatever it is. I'm on round 100 with max HP zombies and super sprinters. The first phase was pretty easy. Nothing crazy really happened. I was just running around shooting, make sure I didn't get hit. The basic stuff. But when it came to the second phase, it got a little bit more difficult. What made it more difficult was the boss had a lot more defense, more zombies were spawning in, and armor was starting to become an issue. If I was on a lower round with no armor, 50 damage a hit is not that bad. But when you're on super sprinter cracked out zombie rounds, they do 90 damage. 90. What makes this even worse is it's not that easy to kill the zombies and the mangler. Seriously, okay, sure I have the wonder weapon, but still I need to kill things quick. I don't have that. And of course, the main focus is I need to shoot the boss, and I can't really shoot the boss because I have crack cocaine zombies chasing me. 2 more minutes passed by, and I finally got that squid out of that defensive phase. Finally. Right here was getting scary because I had no armor. I have 170 HP with no armor. That's not good at all. Right here, I had a near-death experience, but it's all good though because I popped my Aethys Shroud, the zombies died, I had a bunch of armor. But then 2 minutes later, things got a little bit more difficult because I had my first elite zombie spawn in. If you play this game, you understand how annoying it is to kill elite zombies in this game. How tanky they are. Now imagine that on round 100 with a billion other tanky zombies. And a boss. 30 seconds later, I had my first bomb phase. I don't know how a fucking squid could channel a bomb, but he can. All you have to do is sit behind something and make sure you don't get hit because you will get insta-downed. Bad news, when he's in that phase, this is the final phase, he literally cuts off half the damn arena. Good news is, the amalgam is on the opposite side of that tentacle. Thank God. After shooting him for a bit, I get my second near-death experience. He slams and I have no armor and I'm getting smacked up by zombies. Then another amalgam spawns in, so I was like, you know what? I need to pop immune injection. Then this nigga somehow channels another bomb. He could probably wield Thor's hammer. I don't know how he does it. After the explosion, I walk out and I shoot my first shot at him and I see 150,000 damage, but his health barely goes down. And then all of a sudden, he just dies. Just dies. Right here at this point, I'm confused. I'm just straight up confused. I'm like, wait. So I just did all that shooting to find out that this thing does 150,000 damage at the end of the fight? Really? Seriously though, this actually blew my mind. I was like, I spent all that shooting when I could have just done that. Anyway though, that was pretty easy. Next map. Ladies and gentlemen, for the second map, Liberty Falls. Off rip, you could already tell I'm using a different weapon. Normally I use the X4, but apparently this gun is good. People have been saying it's underrated, so let me check it out. Off rip, you do 163 damage. That is actually insane. This gun was really weak before that. When you put this burst mod on, it really increases the damage. On round 8, I pack punched the compact for the first time, and honestly, I'm really glad that this Easter egg is going to be really quick as compared to Terminus. I didn't say it earlier, but that Easter egg, the directed mode and all that, that Terminus map probably took around 4 hours. Which is kind of insane. When you put it on paper, round 100 and doing an Easter egg in 4 hours is not that bad. But we're playing Black Ops 6 here. That should not take 4 damn hours. It should take 3, maybe at the max, 3.5 max. 4 is ridiculous. Which, it's my fault. I could have done a lot better. So hopefully Liberty does not take that damn long. Step 1 for the Easter egg and round 100, build the jet gun.
That's gonna attract some attention. That's all right. Let's see what you can do.
Now that this weapon is built, I can actually start doing the Easter egg. Thankfully, this Easter egg is incredibly short, like how I said earlier. Build the LTG, fill up 2 portals, turn like these 3 knobs to the correct thing. That's it, thankfully.
What exactly does it project?
Now that that Easter egg is done, all I have to do is get round 100, come back here, and press that damn button. Going into this, I knew Liberty was going to be really easy. Liberty was definitely going to be the easiest. For my first strategy, I'm just going to shoot down the energy mine, set it to zip line, spam R2 with my jet guns, like tap fire it here and there. An abomination spawns in, mutant injection. That's the strategy for now. Look, I'm on round 80. It's a big round skip. But nothing happened in those 61 rounds. I kid you not. Nothing really happened at all. The only tips I could give with that strategy is make sure you just be careful, be aware of your HP. If the zombies are overriding, hold R2. It's pretty damn easy other than that. Now for this strategy, tap fire the jet gun to kill some zombies, and pop immune injection, and spam the fuck out of circle. And of course, I must not forget, at the end of the round, buy a new immune injection. The next 19 rounds were super uneventful. I mean, it was just Russian Mangler Simulator spamming circle. I switched to the LR so I could do more damage to the HVTs. There's 2 of them in the boss fight. While we're at it, let me know what your favorite boss fight is. Yes, you watching this video, let me know what your favorite one is, and let me know what your worst one is in Black Ops 6 Zombies. Trust me, I have a lot to say. You'll definitely know which is my least favorite. Oh, you wait. Besides that, it's boss fight time. Last Vermin, round 99. Now I'm on round 100. Let's get this bitch started. Just like I said with Terminus, I believe that my same issue is going to be with the zombies. I mean, they're super strong, super fast. So I need to focus on the zombies. Something I noticed off rip is how strong these manglers are. 75k damage a shot and it's still barely getting hit. That's kind of wild. Game plan is use a suction from the jet gun to kill all the zombies, take care of the manglers with the LR, but when it comes to HVTs, I'm going to use my immune injection on the Abomination. I don't want to deal with that Abomination at all. I call them Princess for a reason. They're literally like a random pit bull in your neighborhood. You're just trying to walk and shit, and you turn around here, arr, arr, and that little dumbass dog starts running towards you. That's literally the Abomination. Couple seconds later, our first high value target has spawned in. It's the Mangler. Looking back at this footage, something I recommend doing, throw your tomahawks at the high value target, honestly. Tomahawks are super good because you could pick them up and they do massive damage. But the LR is still a viable option. It does over 20k damage to the armor, which is pretty impressive. But it's the LR 762. I mean, nothing should be a surprise with this weapon. This weapon is a literal monster. If you ever attempt this, make sure you put Napalm Burst on your LR or whatever weapon you're using too. For the Mangler, when the Abomination or aka Princess spawns in, then use Immune Injection. A few seconds later, I killed the first high value target and have to kill some more zombies, run around a little bit, and then Princess will spawn in. Real quick, I want to give a quick shout out to the devs for not bringing back Abominations. Fuck them, they're really annoying, super tanky, and just annoying. Princess spawned in and immediately used a Princess charge. Thankfully, I dodged it, but oh man, Princess about to get its ass whooped by this immune injection. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, Trial 2 has been completed. Round 100 on Liberty Falls and doing the boss fight. Just like that. If you made it this far, first things first, thank you. But these next two maps are really, really difficult. Those first 2 maps are really easy. But I promise you, if you thought this was going to be easy the entire time, you thought wrong. For the third map, Citadel, Day More. Before doing this challenge, my guess was that this boss is going to be the hardest one out of all 4 of them. The last time I was in that boss fight, I was messing around, sure, but I understood the difficulty of that boss fight. I mean, just think about it. You're in a small arena, and the arena gets smaller and smaller, and he gets more aggressive, and more zombies spawn in. For this round 100 strategy, I'm going to use the oil trap. Look, you might think it's an exploit, you might think it's not. The only reason why I don't think it is because they took it out and put it back in. If you count it as a glitch, that's fine. That's 1 or 2 glitches I did the entire run. The second glitch, I'm just gonna spoil it. I did a glitch to get gold armor. I mean, it's not that bad. Come on. My goal right here was get a power up so I could kill a doppelganger even quicker. Honestly, I don't need it, but I just wanted one. I didn't get any power ups, unfortunately, so I just had to kill him normally. After he died, I put the crystal in, got my first pack-a-punch weapon, and I realized, wait a minute, I could get a lot of this Easter egg done pretty fucking early. My thought process was, wait a minute, I can't get a sword, but I can get a lot of the incantation steps done now. Step 1, which I haven't done in a while, talk to craft. I haven't done this in a while, ever since that one glitch you could do with the incantation steps. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for our first incantation, the lion incantation. I have to shoot these crystals, there's like 6 of them. I just have to shoot them at the correct angle. The beam will go from dim to light, pretty easy. Once completed, I have to pick up the brooch, walk over here to the symbol, deposit the brooch in the symbol, and now it's the soul box. Once completed, the zombies will die out, and there it is, our first incantation. 3 more to go. The next one, I'm gonna do the lightning one. This one is really easy. Step 1, shoot the horseshoe off of that wall or whatever it is above the door. Step 2, shoot myself out the cannon, and when I do that, the horseshoe is gonna spawn somewhere else. I just have to look up in the sky, and there'll be like a little dark cloud. There it is, the dark cloud is gonna be over there. It's not gonna be that far from spawn or where you landed at, so just look around a little bit. Pick up the horseshoe once again, go to spawn, and bam, there's the symbol right there, which is another soul box. On round 10, I got my first stamp zombie, so I could actually start building the swords. The first of 4 swords I decided to work on was the fire sword. After getting the fire sword done, I decided, you know what, it's a good idea to get Ra's charm. You get the charm by lighting up these 3 like wood fireplace things. After that, you have to fight some zombies that spawn in. Pretty easy. And just like that, I am now 3 out of 4 incantations done. The last one I need is the raven one. Besides that, my next sword is, I'm gonna do the lightning one. Instead of getting my lightning sword, I decided to get the last incantation I need for the entire Easter egg. On round 12, I got all 4 incantations. Now I need to get all 4 upgraded swords. For some reason, I thought I could melee the urn, even killing zombies without the sword. Thankfully, I didn't actually do that act, and I just did what I normally do. Now that this one is done, I need 2 more to go. The next one I'm going to complete is a raven one. It wasn't that bad, but what really shocked me was I actually got the horn instead of like the scorpion or something. That was the first time. The last sword I needed was the lion one. I don't understand why you don't get all 4 parasites in one round. Like, why do you get get 3 and then 1 the next round. Now that I have all 4 incantations, all 4 upgraded swords, first thing first, I'm gonna go with the void one. Second thing is, I'm done with the majority of the Easter egg. I went through the next steps really quick. I just have to shoot the symbols on the wall, get the pages, put that on there, do the point of power traps. For the next step, I need to use the incantations on the knights in the correct order and inspect with the sword right after. But something bad had to happen. I left to go AFK real quick and I come back and I have to get all 4 incantations. What terrible game design. Are you kidding me? After doing all that unnecessary bullshit I shouldn't have to do again, I can actually finally do the correct Easter egg step. After doing the steps in the correct order, I can finally pick up the mystic orb. With this orb, I need to do a sequence of events. The first one is stand in these green orbs until there's no more. For the other 3 trials, I just have to get kills with the incantations according to it. For example, this one is the fire one, there's a lightning one, and there's a raven one. Once I'm done with the orb, I put the orb back at the area where I saw which knight to hit first with the incantation and then inspect. After that, I'm pretty much done, seriously. All I have to do is literally hit 1 more or 2 more buttons, or 3 actually, and I'm done. That orb opens up a secret passage. I was hesitant to hit this because I don't know why I really thought I was going to start the Easter egg. I really didn't. I literally watched the video, which I don't know, I just got paranoid. Then I realized I'll be fine, so I activated the recording, picked up the guardian key, and just like that, the Easter egg is practically complete. Now I need to get around 100. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I can finally do the oil trap. One issue though, I'm gonna deal with Sam zombies the entire time because I saved and quit earlier. Yay. Before I continue, I realized, wait a minute, I might as well just turn on the rampage seducer. 73 rounds later and an hour and some change of gameplay, I'm on round 99. Now I'm gonna keep it a beam with you guys. For the first boss fight, like the first time I actually did this with round 100, I actually died. I'm not gonna lie to you, I died and I lost the clip. But I do have the second time when I actually beat it. What made this shit really annoying was you would actually have to hit this button, and when you hit the button you have to initiate a vote, and when you initiate it, zombies could still hit you. That shit was so annoying. I wanted max plates and max plates in my stock to go in. This boss is more different from the other 2. In the other 2, I just have to worry about the zombies. This one, I need to worry about the zombies and the boss. The Guardian is unlike the Squid. His attacks will actually hit you if you catch you even slightly off guard. The Squid, you just have to move out the way of the slam. With this dude, he has like 3 different attacks. When you're in a later phase, you're forced to change your direction of movement with one of his attacks. That's actually insane. Something I kept in mind when doing this boss that I should have done the first time, literally, if you played Elden Ring, treat this like an Elden Ring boss, seriously. When it came to his first phase, it was not that hard whatsoever. His first phase will never ever be hard. It's the second and the third one because the arena gets smaller, zombies spawn in, doppelganger and amalgam spawn in. Get the fuck out of here, man. On top of that, his attacks get faster, all of them, and his fireball gets 2 extra fireballs, which makes it undodgeable unless you move in a different direction. Hold on, I'm not done yet. This one is probably the craziest one. He is the only boss. If you get stomped on, it literally cuts down your mutant injection timer. Sometimes I wanted to melee him with the sword, so I'll just pop Ether Shroud and swing my sword at him. Honestly, it didn't give me that much value, but I need to find a loophole to kill this fucker. Swinging at him does good damage, but me going 20 feet up in the air is not going to be a viable strategy. Then I realized, wait a minute, if I get close to him, he will always stomp. He will cancel any attack to make sure he stomps on you. So if I slide right by him, shoot my XM4, slide again, shoot my XM4, that's meta. That idea right there made this boss fight 20 times easier. If there was no zombies, I got this. I don't need that much space to do this. I mean, look at it. I'm executing it perfectly. Now, for the final phase, this arena gets drastically smaller. There's lava literally everywhere. A bunch of zombies spawn in, amalgam soon are gonna spawn in, it gets a lot harder. 2 things, thankfully I killed this amalgam before he was back to fighting again, and second thing is, if you notice, I have my mutant injection still. The first thing I did was, I popped an Ether Shroud because I was getting my ass kinda whooped, but it's all good though. I went to go melee this fucker, which did good value. My second Ether Shroud, I had to pop it because I was in a terrible spot. I'm at 47 HP, he was about to slam me again, I need to pop it. After killing all the zombies, all my distractions were gone, and I could finally focus on the boss. Right here, I thought to myself, it's practically GG. I have my mutant injection still, which I finally popped it, and he's pretty damn low. It didn't do 150,000 damage, but it did some pretty good damage. But like I said earlier, when he hits you, it literally cuts down the timer, which is still crazy, man, seriously. Thankfully, on my second attempt, I killed this boss around 100. That means 1 more to go, the Sentinel artifact. Let me tell y'all something. This video would have been uploaded way earlier if the Sentinel artifact didn't exist. This is the worst boss fight of all time, seriously. This boss fight is terrible. It's definitely down there. Finally, the last map I need. I'm gonna make the round 100 part of this pretty damn short because there's not that much to unpack. When it comes to the boss though, oh, I have a lot to say. For this map, I like to get Death Perception really early because I want to dig up the spots so I can get the ray gun pretty quick. For those of you who don't know, if you get Death Perception and you dig up these ancient gems in the dig spots, you need 3 of them. Once you get 3 of them, you put them in this like little altar and you get a guaranteed ray gun after killing 2 doppelgangers. Pay attention, if you ever play this map, if you look up as soon as you go into the pack-a-punch, you can literally see the rocks you need to shoot. There's like a little purple glow around them, and just shoot them once. After you shoot the 5 floating rocks to get a free pack-a-punch. Once you get the 3 gems, put them in this altar to the left of the ice staff wall and just wait. The doppelgasts are a lot stronger than normal, so be careful when it comes to that, but at the end of the day, it's not difficult whatsoever, I promise you. Once you're done killing them, you get the ray gun for free every single time, and while we're at it, I got a crystal in the correct spot for the ice staff, so I did that at the same time. And bam, there's the first piece of the ice staff. 5 to 6 minutes later, I got the second piece of the ice staff. I wasn't that fortunate with the crystal, so I had to do a lot of running. When it comes to the lockdown, this shit is really weird because it like counts zombies that walk towards like the ice staff to go hit it and you kill them. I don't know, it's really weird. But all you need though is a ray gun, some perks, especially speed cola, and you'll be fine doing the lockdown. Once you get this weird lockdown done and you get the ice staff, the Easter egg is damn near halfway done, seriously. Upgrading the ice staff is mad easy, seriously. You don't even need a ray gun, you can literally use the staff itself. And once you get this thing upgraded, you're like 55-65% of the way done with the Easter egg. Once you upgraded the ice staff, you need to go to the alternate version, shoot this crystal with it, and you need to pick up this dark energy and go to a specific podium, and you need to repeat that 4 times. Once you take the energy to the correct podium, you have to do this trial that it has. Each one of them has a unique trial, and you need to do these one at a time. Once you get the trial done, you need to pick up the dark energy that's done from the trial, and you can't get hit, which I'm not too sure if you still can get hit, because back then it would show like a little health bar, but right now there's literally nothing. Once you pick up the trial, you have to go to a different portal, not the one that's closest to the trial because it's closed off. Once you're at Nexus, you want to go to the area where you took the energy from and deposit it back in the area, and you have to repeat this 4 times, and that's the entire Easter egg. Yep. Once you do the exact same steps for 4 different podiums, you're literally boss fight ready, which is kind of crazy, I'm not gonna lie to you. When it comes to gold armor, one of you guys told me of an amazing strategy. If you press down on the D-pad and then hit square to start to sacrifice, you literally pop immune injection while you're in the thing. The issue I ran into was, I did this on quite a low round. You want to do this like in the 30s or whatever, so you do more damage with the immune injection, so I ran out, but it's all good though. To make up for that, I just sat in the middle and spammed my ice staff, and all 3 of them eventually died. For the doppelgaster one, I got an insta-kill, so it made it a lot easier. Remember, when you're doing this, get immune injection, pop it, like hit down on the D-pad, and right after, hit square. Once I got gold armor, it was round 100 time. For the strategy, upgraded ice staff, 3 energy mine turrets, let's get it. When it comes to the Citadel artifact, you can't use any explosive like weapon. For example, you can't use a ray gun, you can't use the LR, it's actually sad. I don't know if projectiles count like the D13 sector, but I use this LMG with 300 bullets in the hoe, so yeah, I was pretty much Rambo. This terrible boss fight goes in phases. For the first 4 phases, or like 5, you need to walk around and make sure you don't die, and when you're ready, just shoot the Citadel artifact. Which is really easy, run around, make sure when you hear the Citadel artifact change like it's like a little form, shoot it. Pretty fucking easy. But here's the thing, it shoots a laser that comes out of it, and if you get hit by this laser, you get seriously damaged and stunned, so you just gotta avoid it. Now here's the super cool part. When you're shooting it and you actually break the artifact, it loses 1/10 of his HP, something like that, and basically that artifact you shot gets added onto it. So instead of 1 of them, there's 2 of them. Now here's the thing, you might be wondering, well, what happens when I get to the 4th one? These beautiful types and really thoughtful type of zombie spawning. This thoughtful zombie I'm talking about is a heavy zombie with the Sentinel artifact attached to it. Here's the really unique thing about this zombie. It literally 2-shots you at full HP. Let me repeat that again. 2-shots you. Here's the thing, when it dies, you have to shoot the Sentinel artifact right there. For example, right here, it died all the way over here. I had no clue, and guess what? I have to kill it all over again. Don't forget, I have to dodge these lasers. Check this out. Look at that. Deleted. Deleted! Remember that heavy zombie earlier? Guess what? It's a doppelgast now. Instead of continuing, it might not be ethical, I saved and quit. Every time I do this boss fight, I have 2 attempts to do it. Now, I'm not going to go over the first part again. I mean, it's literally not that difficult. It's when the doppelgast spawns in is when things get really hard. Here's what makes the doppelgast really hard. There's intervals where more enemies spawn in. Zombies, doppelgast, and later on, amalgams. Don't forget, it could 2-shot you and it's super buffed when it comes to HP. It also stuns you. So when I get hit, half my HP stun, half my HP again stun. What the fuck? Also, don't forget, you could get grappled by the amalgam. If you get grappled, you better hope that Sentinel artifact zombie is nowhere near you. When it comes to where you want to stay at, you want to stay down because if you go up, there's literally no barricades to block the lasers. But here's the catch. The ammo box is up top. Fun fact, after you kill the doppelgast, you have to fight a Sentinel artifact mimic and then a Sentinel artifact amalgam. Here's what makes it better. Not only do you get a million zombie spawns, guess what? The other Sentinel artifact zombies spawn in, and you can't even damage a Sentinel artifact after killing them. Which, whoever thought of that, that's just fucked up. Like, that is literally messed up. Think about it. When you're fighting a Sentinel artifact amalgam, you have the doppelgast version to worry about, the mimic version to worry about, and the heavy armor zombie to worry about. On top of that, you have around 100 plus zombies, doppelgast, and amalgam spawning in. Now you might be thinking about it. Use immune injection, just use it. Here's the thing, if you want to literally kill the Sentinel artifact zombie you need to kill, you can't stay in there the entire time. Because after you kill him, you need to get out. I didn't save all my attempts. Right here is the winning attempt. I went back to a different skin, switched it up, and I locked in, and I finally fucking beat it. Right here, my winning attempt, it was probably my 6th time doing this boss. I looked it up on YouTube, round 100 tomb boss fight. I literally saw a 𝗦𝗨𝗕𝗦𝗖𝗥𝗕𝗘 video, and I click on it, and of course, he's doing the deagle strategy. Basically, you would shoot the ice stab blizzard down, pull out the deagle, and it will do like, I don't know, like 20 times the damage, which is fucking insane. But let me tell you guys what my idea was going into this. I thought Tesla Storm would stun the enemies. Yeah, it didn't really stun the Sentinel artifact zombies, but I changed my weapon to the SVD, which does solid damage against zombies and all that. And the final thing I changed was tomahawks, which was a saving grace. So for whatever reason you want to do this, I really recommend tomahawks and 2 Ether Shroud charges. That is the minimum. Oh, and I forgot. Make sure you use Shadow Rift. Shadow Rift is clutch against killing amalgams higher on. For the game plan, run around and throw those fucking tomahawks. Really throw them, seriously. If you hit all 5 of them, you do 250,000 damage. If you look bottom right, I switched to energy mine for the turrets. Not a good idea. Just really stick to Ether Shroud. Walk around, make sure you pick up your tomahawks. You'll be good. Here's the issue with staying up top. Look at that laser. Laser, zombie, laser again. I mean, come on, bro. Right here, I low-key thought it was GG. I'm not even trolling. Eventually, I popped my immune injection. I was like, yo, I need to get these kills out the way because there was so much amalgams and all that. So I literally popped it just for that. But here's the issue. My gun wasn't fully reloaded and immune injection takes way too long to kill the damn special zombie with it. So yeah, bad idea. 5 minutes later, I finally killed the mimic and now I'm on the second last phase. Honestly, I recommend using immune injection now to take care of the doppelgas, the mimic, and the heavy zombie with immune injection, but I already used it, so that's my fault. Now here's the thing, since you're on a really high round, killing all those amalgams and all that are going to be your main focus, seriously, like the normal ones. So make sure you abuse your Shadow Rift, abuse tomahawks, keep running around, keep going. If you keep those zombies there, it's going to be even harder to hit the actual target. More zombies keep spawning in, it's just a bad thing. After 6 or 7 minutes of running around, I finally killed the amalgam, which I'm now in the final phase. All I have to do is keep shooting. Just literally keep shooting. I have all these special elite zombies, fuck them, just keep shooting. Thankfully, by the grace of God, I destroyed the Sentinel artifact in enough time so I don't get my ass whooped by the special and elite, and I finally completed it. Looking back at this boss fight is absolutely terrible. Like seriously, this thing is really bad. Like, there's no excuses for this. The Sentinel artifact is from BO4, first of all. There's no new content, it's ass. Let me tell y'all something. I like difficult boss fights, I really do. But there's a thin line between a bad and a difficult boss fight and a good and a difficult boss fight. For example, this one is easily a bad and a very difficult boss fight. For the opposite side, mrroflwaffles from Infinite Warfare is easily a really good and a really hard boss fight. The best boss fight of all time and the hardest. He looks cool, he's a new enemy, it's a new arena, this shit looks sick. But if you go to BO6, you get this bullshit. Like, what the fuck is this, man? But I'm not surprised. The tomb is a very rushed map, so of course they didn't add a new enemy or anything. They just bring something from BO4 for whatever fucking reason. But I'm glad this is over with. Thank you for watching. Stay blessed. I'm out.